just like to give a shout out to all the Annenberg journalism students who are here today. This is exactly the kind of inspiration they need, so thank you for all doing this great work. Our next category is for public television station. This year, Wisconsin Public Television won its 4th Cronkite Award for covering issues via compelling stories about real people. The judges noted that the station went above and beyond what many come to expect from public television. Not sure how that's phrased, but we meant it well. I know we did. Here's an excerpt from an excellent report that compares the political activism of students at the University of Wisconsin during a very unpopular war in 1968 and now.
Classes have just begun at the University of Wisconsin. On a quiet, sunny day like this, it's hard to imagine that this corner of campus was once the site of bloody riots. But 4 decades ago, the era of civil disobedience and protest at the UW was kicked off when students occupied the Commerce Building to protest Dow Chemical's role in the Vietnam War. It's documented in David Marinus's book, They Marched into Sunlight.
I was a freshman at Wisconsin that fall, and the Dow demonstration crystallized for me the sort of the cultural change when I saw, standing on the sides of that event, when I saw the police come in and I saw heads come out bloodied, I realized that something, was changing in the country.
In the time leading up to the 1968 election, most Americans had turned against the war in Vietnam, and support for the president was at a historic low. In 2008, attitudes toward the war in Iraq and the president matched those of 40 years ago. Yet the UW and other campuses are quiet. To explore why this is, we went back to the site of those anti-war protests.
It's good footage.
We brought along an iPod loaded with this footage from the late 60s.
So what do you think?
That was crazy.
It was pretty intense.
Yeah. So you recognize where it's from?
It was right here, right? Basketball.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
To these students today, this form of aggressive political action seems difficult to comprehend. Former student activist and Madison Mayor Paul Soglin has one explanation.
It's unfortunate to say it this way, but if there was a draft, we would have opposition in the streets.
I don't think many people are feeling the effects of the war, so then, they're not trying to get involved as much.
Most movements are a combination of idealism and self-interest, and that self-interest of the draft forced everybody to think about the war in a more visceral way every day.
Andy Soth, senior producer at Wisconsin Public Television, is here to accept.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to be here, particularly on the behalf of my colleagues. I want to particularly mention Art Hackett and Frederica Freiberg, who make up the bulk of our political coverage. And I just want to thank you for the many honors. This is such a tangible marker that our work has value, that our management can take to its many stakeholders and say what we're doing is fulfilling our mission to serve the citizens of the state of Wisconsin. So thank you very much.